Final Fantasy has always been one of those series that I watch from afar. As a lifelong fan of JRPGs, I was well aware of its impact on the genre, but I'd never gotten around to playing any of them. That changed last year when I finally picked up Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I fell in love with the game, its characters, and its world, and not long after, Rebirth was already on the horizon. Rebirth reminded me a lot of Xenoblade, and that's one of my favorite JRPG series of all time, and much like Xenoblade, the character moments are what truly made this game stand out to me. For those that aren't too familiar with Final Fantasy VII's story, the story follows a group of freedom fighters known as Avalanche. They aim to stop the evil reign of Shinra, an energy company that's actively destroying the planet. The main party consists of Cloud, Tifa, Barret, Aerith, Yuffie, and Red, otherwise known as Nanaki, and Cait Sith. Each character brings unique themes, stories, and perspectives, and I'll take time to cover each one. This goes without saying, but there's going to be heavy spoilers for Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. There are many potential topics to discuss in Final Fantasy VII, but in today's video we're going to focus on Red, also known as Nanaki. Nanaki is the son of Seto, the former Watcher of the Veil. During an invasion of the Gi tribe, restless spirits from another world who long for oblivion, Seto sacrificed himself to protect the Veil, and Nanaki's mother also perished at the hands of the Gi during that attack, leaving Nanaki orphaned and raised by the elder of the Cosmo Canyon, Geisel Bugenhagen. Eventually, Shinra's special agents known as Turks came to the Cosmo Canyon searching for a member of an endangered species for Hojo's research. This led to Nanaki's capture, where he was branded with the Roman numeral 13 and designated as Red Number 13, Hojo's 13th experiment. Nanaki eventually ended up in the same Shinra facility as Aerith, and they were both eventually rescued by Avalanche. Their journey eventually took them back to Cosmo Canyon, where Nanaki completed a trial within the Cave of Gi. At the end of it, he discovered the petrified body of his father Seto. Upon learning the truth, Nanaki realized that his father's actions had been hidden from him in order to protect him. Bugenhagen then asked Nanaki to continue journeying with Cloud's group in order to protect the planet. Nanaki's story plays out like a coming-of-age tale, especially given that he is only a teenager. For many years, Nanaki harbored resentment towards his father, thinking that he had abandoned him, his mother, and the canyon out of cowardice. But that couldn't have been further from the truth. It took seeing it with his own eyes for Nanaki to understand the burden that his father had undertaken. And I can kind of relate to Nanaki's struggle. When I was a teenager, I didn't really see eye to eye with my parents at all, because I only understood the world through the narrow lens that I had experienced it in. And as I've grown older and faced adult struggles, I began to understand the sacrifices that my parents made in order to keep us safe and cared for. As children, the world often appears pretty black and white. We don't really appreciate nuance until it's taught to us or learned through life's hardships. Gaining closure about his father was necessary for Nanaki to be able to move forward. For so long, he held resentment inside without knowing where to direct his anger due to his lack of answers. In the bigger picture, this internal struggle is something that many of us face as we age. The urge to do better than those who came before us. In Nanaki's eyes, his father was a coward, so he pushed himself harder to avoid becoming a failure that he believed his father to be. This is something that many of us experience as teenagers and young adults. As we try to figure out the lives we want to live, we analyze what we know, often the actions of our parents. It usually goes one of two ways. We either lean into what our parents did and become like them, or we strive to do everything in our power to avoid becoming them. In Nanaki's case, his perception of his father was misguided to protect him from the recklessness of adolescence. Upon gaining closure about his father, Nanaki found a new sense of strength and pride within himself. In conclusion, Nanaki's journey is really a powerful tale of growth, understanding, and reconciliation. His story is a testament to the complex narratives the JRPGs can offer. By delving into the depths of his character, we can see the themes of sacrifice, family, and personal growth intricately woven into the fabric of this game. It's these emotional, thought-provoking moments that make Final Fantasy VII not just a game, but an unforgettable experience. And I'd like to thank you for joining me in this deep dive in Nanaki's story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and leave a comment below about your favorite moments in Final Fantasy VII. As always, have yourselves a damn good one, guys.